So it's nice weather today. If you can, you've just had a final discard. Try and get some fresh air. Try and get out of your living space. Saying that, I just remembered something. Make sure you try to keep your space tidy. One of the trauma responses is having a controlled, organized chaos. And I'm definitely been someone that's done that, where I would allow my living area to become a mess because it was something that I could control. And I think that's what I talked about in the last video about the brain fog. So also, because your mind is cloudy, you can sometimes let things slip in terms of like your grooming, your space, where you live, your spaces, your cars, your driving places can become messier than what they're used to. Anyway, this idea just came to me, so I'm going to make a snap video on it. At the moment, one of my narcopath siblings stays with at home with our mother. So that's a whole video in itself. Yeah, saying that, I've noticed a pattern with these narcopaths. Some of them are in these enmeshment relationships, so they're in these symbiotic codependency child and parent relationships. Many of them are grown children. So I know in my dysfunctional, toxic narco friend group, which I was ostracized from, a lot of them were creatives, and if they had rich parents, they tend to live in their parents' houses. They stay in their rooms, in their house, live in their houses, where they can continue on with their kind of strange relationships. I know that when I was still in contact with the toxic family members, when I was around them, you tend to fall into position, so you end up playing your part in this like weird kind of storyline, timeline, however you want to put it. But you know, if you're, the eldest or you're the youngest or whoever, you tend to play a role, and it's something that is so automatic you don't even realize you're doing it, or you maybe make yourself smaller or whatever it may be. But this tends to happen when you're around these people. Everyone has a role to play. But yeah, it's important it's some patterns that I notice with these guys, these psychopaths, these narcopaths. A lot of them, they don't want to have the responsibility to have their own place, pay their own bills, live up to certain things. A lot of them will live at home. Their parents pay the internet, their parents pay the phone, their parents pay the council tax, their parents pay the water, parents pays the electric, their parents pays the gas bill, their parents pays the stamp duty, the parents pays the inheritance, everything that they may say save on. They have someone else pay it so they can avoid that weight. I remember even at my ex-toxic workplace, the guys that turned on me, a couple of them who became like friends, but they weren't really. They both lived at home. I would tend to run out of money in the month because I'm paying all my bills, paying my rent, and they would have money, and rather than saving that money, thinking about buying a house, thinking about starting a business, they just spend it going down to the pub and just having a party lifestyle. So this is something that I've noticed have a start a discussion in the comments if you've noticed that as well. A lot of narcopaths, psychopaths, they either are waiting for their parents to pass away so they can inherit the house, or they tend to live at home in their parents' houses. A lot of them live in the basement. They can have studios in their parents' houses, so they come back to use the studio, don't have to pay for a rent. They have they're in the basement, so a lot of these people who are sometimes making these negative comments on other people's pages, they don't create anything, they don't have their own page. Their picture would be grey, no picture, but they will be quick to make a negative comment on someone else's content. Raw, that bird came very close, pigeon. So just be aware of that. Look out for these narcopaths. That someone's playing a nice instrument I've not seen before. These narcopaths that I don't know if you can see, he's on top of a hill playing a strange kind of, you see? Sat on the hill, they're playing this type of guitar, type of instrument, sitar maybe. They live in their parents' houses. They so that's one of the common, when I think about the narcopaths. One of my narcopath exes, her parent gave her a flat, so we were living in, or stay, I would say that sometimes I wasn't living there, but she got her parents were renting out this apartment by the river to a doctor, and they kicked the doctor out and gave her the flat. So a lot of them, they're living off people, they're dodging responsibility, they are basically living life on cheat mode, on easy mode, yet saying that they are the first people to condemn, they're the first people to judge you for your mistakes, they're the first people to spread information about you if you lose your job, they're the first people about you to collect up evidence about you when you're drunk, when you're out of your mind, whenever you do anything that maybe looked bad. They are the first people to record you and to report you to the authorities. Just remember, narcopaths rule this world. Politicians are narcopaths, police are narcopaths, government agencies are narcopaths, presidents of countries, of nations are narcopaths. This surveillance system is ran by narcopaths. I'm gonna get closer, hold on. So these tall cameras, they popped up. These tall cameras popped up all over London, run by narcopaths. Narcopaths are watching you every corner. Yes, it's good for maybe preventing crime, but it's more about surveilling us, watching us, making sure they have our footprints, the cloud, your phone clouds run by narcopaths, your location services on your phone run by narcopaths. So just be aware and move accordingly. Keep moving forward positively.